Hello, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your solar eclipse video. Let's get into it. All right, Sagittarius, we have a partial solar eclipse on the 29th of March, getting you ready for it. When you watch this video, the moon will be in we're in the last quarter moon phase. It is a waning crescent moon, and the moon is in Capricorn. So we're in the last quarter moon phase, but waning crescent moon. So last quarter is officially, if you're watching it on Saturday, so officially the last quarter. So the last quarter on Sunday will officially be in the waning crescent moon. So it could affect your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin and hair. And so make sure you're finishing out the cycle strong. We're still in the we're still in an eclipse season. So we had a full moon and a total lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses happen during full moon. Solar eclipses happen during new moon. And lunar eclipses are all about totally letting go. Letting go of something, right? Ancestral and childhood traumas could come up during that time. And we had a moon in Virgo. Virgo actually rules 6th house. So things around health, work habits, spiritual practices, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices could have come up around that time. People's concerns or their belief systems around those things, or what they believe your spiritual practices are up, they could have been uncovered during that time. And so we also have a new moon coming up in Aries on the solar eclipse. Aries rules 1st house. That's your personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impressions, self-awareness, outlook on life. It could be a new you coming up that's just shocking to a lot of people. Actually, Aries is ruled by Mars. That's the Tower card, right? So Mars is the planet of action and assertion. It's that energy, that fighting spirit planet. It's also the sexual energy planet. So it's the Emperor card. And so there's light and dark side to all of that. And so it's also prayer warrior. So total recall of things, right? So let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading, Sagittarius. Let's get into your reading. Let's get right into your reading and see how this new you is going to look. So new moon typically is really allowing your body, you're coming off of one cycle and you're entering into a whole new cycle, a new phase within a new cycle. So even if it wasn't a solar eclipse, it'd be a new you. You'd be letting your body sync with the rhythms of the moon, right? So it can make you feel tired because you're coming off of one cycle, entering into a new one. That's just in general. But a solar eclipse it can make you feel lethargic and extra tired. Right, because it's a super new you, right? And it's in Aries, so Aries is already a hyped zodiac sign anyway. So, and it's an energetic zodiac sign anyway. And so, let's see what it's going to look like for you. So let's see what it's going to look like for you. Let's see. So what's interesting is your sign rules 9th house, right? And your polarity sign is Gemini. Gemini rules 3rd house, right? And we're in year 9 in the 9th house. I mean, we're in the year 9, 2025. 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, right? The 9th house is all about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs, those kind of things, right? So, and you all are ruled by Jupiter. Good luck, good fortune, what's on the horizon. That's where your mind could be, like 9th house, thinking about what's on the horizon, traveling, all those things, and so on and so forth, right? Let's pull your let's pull your card here. So again, we're talking about solar eclipse, right? So partial solar eclipse. That's what it's going to be labeled as, partial solar eclipse. We're going to create a folder So you can look at this anytime. And all of these videos are timeless. The reason why I mention moon phases is because people are asked about moon phases, but all of these videos are timeless. So let's start with an intention. Again, this is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to queenamunra.com. Let's start with an intention. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Turn the page. You've healed. Okay? Turn the page. You've healed. So that's a message from the universe to stop repeating shadow behavior. So I don't know who's repeating shadow behavior, because you all are mutable sign. And so some kind of behavior somebody may be repeating here. And it could be just because somebody could be just keep going along with the flow. You're fire sign. So maybe you're still putting energy, like allowing maybe things to, you're putting your energy, your fire, like still motivated by some of the same things you're motivated, because we're talking about fire, right? That's your solar plexus chakra. Still motivated by some of the same things you were motivated by before, instead of, you know, motivated by something new. Maybe that's it. Right. Here we have 722, restoring acts, right? So this color right here is bringing you to a higher frequency. So 7 right here is you closing out something with two energies, right? So two energies who are delusional, right? Two energies who really have been trying to disrupt your peace. And so maybe these energies are almost delusional in thinking that they're still asking why. They're asking themselves why. So you shouldn't be asking why. If Source has been saying restoring it, if they think they have a chance of restoring something with you after you've already closed something out. So clear your energetic space. Your angels need to cleanse. Your angels need you to cleanse your energy today. So they're telling you that it's become too muddied with things you're holding you that are holding you back. So right now, pick up some of your favorite crystals and move them in a circle around your auric field, the energy around you that is part of you. So visualize anything that needs to go, leaving your auric field. So yeah, stop repeating shadow behavior. Turn the page. So it looks like there are some energies that, so 7 would be the Chariot card. So somebody could be at a crossroad right now, and Source is rewarding your effort for going ahead and closing out a cycle. So Source is already basically telling you your efforts are being rewarded for closing out a cycle already. So keep on going. You've already taken the high road. You had a feeling about something. You spoke something into existence. It's like you've already made a move. You've already done something to close out a cycle. So keep on going. Like you're on the right path, Sagittarius. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Like don't go back. Keep going. Like you're on the right path. You're on the right road. Keep going, right? So yeah, right? So the new you, as it relates to your polarity sign, Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, right? So Mercury is currently retrograde. Mercury is not only the messenger planet, but it rules third house. Third house is early education, intelligence, sibling interaction, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies, right? So find something to do, something that you learn that's going to occupy your time, something new, right? So you learned that lesson already. Now it's time to fill your mind up, your brains, your time up with something new. You've already learned that lesson. You got a PhD in that. You got a doctorate in whatever lesson you to close out the cycle. You don't need to ask why anymore. You got the message. You got the lesson learned, down packed. You got it. Close it out. Stop repeating it. You start replaying the same record that's already scratched in your head. Pull the needle up off the record. So you already learned it. Whatever it is, you already learned the lesson. So whatever, I don't know what it is, but you already learned it. All right, let's get it. Let's see what's in your cards. Yep, you already learned the lesson. You got it. Close it out. Keep it moving forward. Nothing else to learn. So if it's something that where you feel like you need to where something like you're praying for strength, like if you feel like something could come back, or some energies almost are, if you're concerned, because we talk about we're coming up on a new moon in Aries, where you may feel like some energies almost feel like they are going to bully their way back into your life. That's where you're praying for strength, protecting your energy, or you're praying for something else. You can do that. Here we have the King of Wands, and that's what I'm talking about. A bold leader, power, courage, right? Something like that, overcoming challenges. That's where you want to pray. You're on your throne. Somebody is and you absolutely have the backing of other spirits. You have the backing of energy. So here's the King of Wands, your prayer warrior, the hangman, right? You've already made enough sacrifices. Yeah, these energies some energies have sacrificed you. You already made enough sacrifices. You're not sacrificing anything else. But this is where you add structure and authority to something. So close it out. Yeah, you already made enough sacrifices. Seven of Cups. The scales from your eyes have been removed. Yeah. Here's the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something. It's closed out. You're walking away. There's nothing else to talk about. Toss something into a burning bowl. Eight of Swords situation. Yeah. What I'm looking at here is that some energies have tried to entrap you. They try to have somebody imprisoned. These energies have try to say you some kind of self-imposed restrictions. Basically was disrespectful towards you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Somebody has more than enough reasons to. They try to play you for a fool in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Very careless towards you. What was this? Yeah. So you're closing out a cycle. I mean, you got more than enough reasons. Some energies said they lied about you behind your back. I mean, said they would have your back. I'm not really sure what else. Like I said, 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. This 11 is a master number. You're getting off the fence. You're stepping through 2 ones, right? So this is like you're stepping through 2 ones. You're stepping, you're getting off the fence. Stop repeating shadow behavior. You're stepping into this new phase of life here. You're on your throne. You're a prayer warrior, right? Yeah, so the King of Wands here. Look at you. So here we have the Empress card. So yeah, so here we have you're a good parent. You're very nurturing. You're abundant. This is Empress energy, right? So you're growing your abundance and your prosperity, right? So yeah, you're a person. You're not trying to limit your abundance, your prosperity. So you're cutting ties with some energies. Yeah, you're cutting ties with energies, right? So here we have 4 swords here, in order to get some rest. There's nothing else to talk about. You're retreating. You're getting some rest. You're recovering from some things. There's nothing. 4 cups here. Yeah. So essentially what you're doing, you're getting some rest because just being connected to certain people, it's going to cause some people to feel depressed, quite honestly, but here we have 7 of Wands here. But you can defend your decision to move on without even coming across as defensive. But you're taking action. Wands energy is action. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle unapologetically, just so you can get some rest. Yeah, it's going to cause a tower. There it is. There's a tower. It is going to cause an upheaval. Yep, it's going to cause an upheaval. There it is. But there's the Emperor right there. There it is. There you are. It is going to cause an upheaval. You're going to pray for people that they come out of survival mode. But for you, that tower right here lets me know that they are still connected to someone who is obsessed with you. And their behavior of just being passive and I don't know who this is, but them being in such a poisonous environment where they're lying to you about stuff. It's like this Cup's energy is water. Water is reflective. So this lets me know that you have like pictures of something. Them being in an environment, a poisonous environment, a karmic environment. That's a poisonous environment. Them being connected to energies, it's just it's almost like it's depressing for you. it almost puts your back up against the wall. You don't like your back being up against the wall when it comes to some things. You don't like your back being up against the wall as far as they're concerned. So you going into prayer warrior mode for them on their behalf, because they're still in a cycle in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, but you're not a fool. You're not a fool about something. So they're involved in something. So a light has been shown on something. So here you are, successful, you're joyful. Yeah, but you are aware that they're connected to something, that they sacrificed you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They sacrificed you or somebody that you love. Here we have the Three of Wands here. Yeah, they were part of a team. Here we have Three of Wands here. So there's so much expansion. They were responsible for something. This is the 3 and 7 of Wands here. They were responsible in some way, shape, form, or fashion for bullying someone's son. Or bullying, or they were with someone, they bullied somebody. They played some kind of role in bullying someone or causing somebody some kind of depression in some way, shape, form, or fashion. There was some kind of obsession going on here. Something has come to your attention. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you are really clearing your energetic space. So you found out you got some news about something, Sagittarius. Wow. They played somebody, something came to light. Something came to light. And you felt like your back was against the wall. So you are, in order for you to get some rest, you're cutting ties with some energies. You're making a very bold move here, and it's going to shock some people. Yeah. There was a very painful ending here. Somebody really hit rock bottom because they just felt like somebody had a tower moment behind closed doors. All because somebody all because somebody felt like it was their way or the highway. Somebody jumped to some conclusions about something. It's so much going on in this reading. See, what's happening in a lot of these readings here is a lot of egos. When I see the Emperor card here, because it could go either way with Emperor energy, because that is when we talk about this, it rules first house, right? And with temperament, right? And first house, and it can be impulsive energy, right? So if it's structured and authoritative, right, it's structured, right? And the age range for that is between the ages of 0 through 7 years old, or 1 through 7 years old. So if it doesn't get its way, it could be like I'm gonna burn down it's a fire energy, burn down everything until literally a tower, like just tear down everything. But we're dealing with an Empress and dealing with two, yeah. So source is saying you closing out a cycle, because a light has been shining on something, like something has come to light that was a secret. Something was done in the dark, but something has been brought to the light. That it almost is like somebody moving on to build a better light. Somebody learning how to finally believe in themselves incense two energies almost to a point. This number 7 right here, because there's always signs and wonders in letters, colors, obviously cards, you know, a whole message. Somebody moving on to, somebody closing out a cycle, because it's duality in numbers as well. But somebody closing out a cycle set two energies off to a point that they were going to disrupt, because there's the number 2 symbolizes peace, that they were going to disrupt their peace by any means necessary. They were going to disrupt somebody's peace by sacrificing somebody by any means necessary. Whoever was going to be sacrificed, literally by any means necessary. What's hidden in the Tower card is death. Death is there's a cycle ending. So death is not always in a physical sense. Scorpio is also ruled by Scorpio is it rules 8th house. 8th house is renewal, sexuality, death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, occult, mystery, intimacy. So that means you could like end somebody financially, like but we start now here with fire, right? So get somebody fired from a job. So if that doesn't work, you know, it's like, okay, we can get somebody fired from a job. Okay, so if you get somebody fired from a job and that doesn't work, because you think, okay, that's tied to somebody's financial situation, but if that doesn't work, and somehow they come out brighter, or they get back up again and they do better. So it's like every time somebody tried to, something closed out, a cycle closed out, that number 7, a situation, source rewarded someone's effort. So somebody went to source, went directly to source and got rewarded even greater, right? Every time, because again, whenever you go to source and get rewarded, you're going directly to a higher purpose. You're going directly to the creator, because the creator, how can I explain this? The best way I can explain it is the creator give everything on planet Earth has a purpose, right? And everybody gets gifts. Everybody has gifts and talents, right? That's what you do with your gifts and talents. Some people, I don't know what everybody's gifts and talents are. So somebody could think that they're, let's say something comes easy to you. I don't know what, maybe knitting and sewing, cooking could come easy to somebody. Let's say, for instance, you're good at cooking and somebody decides they want to ruin, let's say you have a cooking show on YouTube and people do the absolute most to stalk your cooking page and try to ruin your cooking page. They go put all kinds of reviews on your cooking page. This would be like the, you know, let's say prey on your cooking page. Oh my God, y'all see what people do on people's, you know, stuff on social media. I tried their cooking. It was horrible, you know. They had glass in the food. Went to the restaurant. It was horrible. It was awful. The food was too salty. It wasn't tasty enough. It wasn't this. Next thing you know, the reviews go down, 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 down. Grand opening, grand closing. Horrible, right? But you got other gifts and talents. Then something else goes viral, right? They go, gosh, what can we tear down again? Every single thing, because you go back to the creator, right? That's what this, right, the Tower, total recall. That's right, you got another gift. You go back to you're divinely protected in this Tower here. You keep going back to, every time somebody tries to tear something down, you go back to the creator, right? You get back up, you go back to the creator. You're on the King of Wands here, you're on the throne, you keep going back to the creator. Every time somebody tries to put you in survival mode, you go back to the creator. And that's what the energies don't recognize, because they put themselves and have this God complex. Keep going back to the creator, right? Keep trying everything they can do to try to make you look like the fool, but every single time you keep going back to the creator, keep trying to go back. And so it keeps, you know exactly who's responsible for it, because they jump to conclusions about something as far as you're concerned when it's nothing you did. You're not responsible, but energies are trying to make you responsible for. And you just keep going back to the creator. That's the best way I can kind of sort of just, you know. The source is saying clear your energetic space, because for you, I don't know who I'm talking to, your things are getting better and better for you. Like your abundance and your prosperity is growing. But it's somebody that you are attached to. It's like their fear is growing. And so that makes them a karmic to you. While your faith is growing, their fear is growing. So it makes you are the one that's repeating shadow behavior, because you keep trying to almost like hang on to them, and they're sacrificing you, whoever they are. So I don't know, that kind of went all the way around something, but that was somebody. And you almost feel like your back is against the wall. It's almost like having a parent that may have like 2 kids, and one of the kids feels like they're their other kid's keeper, and one just keeps doing bad things. And the parent keeps being like, you're not your brother or sister's keeper. Like, this one has to be responsible for what they're doing. Like, this one just keeps doing stuff. So this one right here, so source is saying to you, you're on the throne praying for, like, you keep talking to somebody right here saying, okay, you're going to have to close out a cycle. Like, this is 3, like you're talking, like 3 looks like lips, like you're talking to somebody, like you're going to have to close out a cycle. You're going to have to, so you're defending your decision to move on from something, but you're telling somebody you're going to have to close out a cycle. You're going to have to close out. That's what you're closing. You're telling somebody you're going to have to close out a cycle, or you're going to close out a cycle with them. That's what you're saying. Here's Knight of Swords here. And you're basically saying to somebody, yeah, that's what you're saying. You're saying you're going to have to close out a cycle with them, or I'm going to close out a cycle with you. And because you're going to get your rest, and that's what you're saying. You're saying, I'm going to close out a cycle with you, so you need to make a quick decision. That's what you're saying here. They're going to have to make a quick decision, because you're not going to have your back up against the wall, because something that somebody did, these 2 karmics, these karmics did basically almost put your back up against the wall. In this very poisonous environment. So somebody got a choice to make, because you already made yours. Here we have the 5 of Wands here. Somebody sees you as a rival, and yeah, somebody sees you as a rival. Here we have the Ace of Wands here. So there's some kind of a like I said, there's some kind of a new project coming your way, and you're inspired to move on. You're not falling for any kind of bait. You got something new coming your way, so you're not going backwards. You got new coming your way. You have a new opportunity coming your way, so somebody needs to make a quick decision, and it's either yes or no. I mean, quickly. It's no time to think about it. If they confuse you, you're gonna make the answer. You're gonna make a decision for them, because you're an emperor energy, and you are not kidding around. So I feel like somebody is moving. Because the Six of Wands is like a person who is back in the saddle again. Somebody is back on center stage. You're already victorious. Your spirit is very high vibrational. This is right here. This is throat chakra energy. You're clearing your energetic space. You're not, you're already on your throne. You are, you're not really looking for anybody to back you up, because energetically, you have this very empowered spirit already. You have a lot going on here in your major arcana. This is really the new you. This is the new you. Like in terms of like third house, like I said, Mercury is retrograde. So you've learned everything that you needed to learn. And so you're not going back to confusion. You're starting out on the King of Wands. And I'm talking to men and women. Excuse me, I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but men and women, Sagittarius, you're at the top of your throne here as a fire sign. And you being a bold leader is you know, you're not even you're not even in mutable energy. You're assertive at this point, because now you know that you've been sacrificed, and you've already made enough sacrifices already. You're not falling for any kind of bait. That's where you are. You're not talking about it, nothing. You're like, you're ready to get your rest. You don't want to hear about anything. Somebody telling you that, you know, that they, you know, they nothing. You're moving on. I'm telling you, somebody has a like a soulmate. Something about, okay, this is interesting because you have a new connection moving forward. This is interesting. Okay, 1 second. So somebody is telling you that they were bullied into something. Somebody is telling you that they're bullied. They were bullied. That's one. Into something. That they were baited into something. That they feel like their back was against the wall. They seem like they were in a poisonous environment, and they are finally walking away. They were depressed. It's like somebody is now opening up and telling you everything, but you already. I feel like you almost know everything at this point. That's why I feel like you almost like you know everything at this point, because the light has been shown on everything. But I feel like the reason why you're finally going to walk away from two energies is because it could be, yeah, finally you walking away from two energies is because for whatever reason, one of them has almost always felt like they've needed to save the other one. I mean, it's almost like they almost feel like it was their duty, or like they were obligated to save the other one. No matter how much the other one made them look like a fool. So I kind of feel like I'm talking about siblings. I kind of feel like that because I'm looking at the Empress card here. I feel like I'm talking about relatives, like blood relatives, kind of. I feel like I'm talking about blood relatives. People, I mean, like karmic relatives, though. Because people who are finish a karmic cycle, even if they were blood relatives, they would just cut them off and just move on. They would feel like, okay, the cycle is over. If there's somebody really loves somebody, they would not put them in a compromising position to make them look like a fool. They would just close out the cycle and move on. Especially if they were like a light was shown on something, they know it, no matter how painful it is, and they knew they were being sacrificed, and they knew, they had proof. They said, okay, they knew somebody was baited them into something, and they would just say, oh no, okay. They would just, okay, that's the end of that, and see you in the next life. So that's what source is saying. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Something about stop repeating some kind of shadow behavior, because you made enough sacrifices. Something about you made enough sacrifices. But yeah, you're a good parent, abundance, nature, fertility. Yeah. I almost feel like looking at the cards here, because this is something you have in common with somebody else. You and somebody are soulmates. Because whenever I see sword energy, Sagittarius, you and somebody are going through the same thing. You may not know it yet, but you and somebody are going through the same thing with two people. That's what sword energy is, because it's two sides of the sword. It's somebody that you talk to, because that's the number 3. 3 looks like lips. It's somebody you're talking to. Somebody you inspire, or they inspire you, right? Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Somebody that you love and you love them. It's a platonic love, though. It could be another woman that you talk to. Y'all may have a divine feminine relationship, like a platonic feminine relationship. Somebody that you love. It could be another mother. Somebody, it's like 2 women that have kids. You talk to somebody. You and another mother. Even though it's a man, could be watching this, but it could be another man that is in touch with his divine feminine energy, which is very powerful. But it's definitely 2 parents who are talking about taking a very assertive action to close out a cycle, and people are going to be asking why. All right. Yeah, there it is. Lovers card. Lovers is not always about lovers. Okay. Lovers are about making a decision. Yeah. This is Gemini's card. This is your polarity sign. Right? Making a decision to balance things out. That's what it is. Making a decision. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Very compassionate, nurturing person, healing, calm, supportive, very comforting energy. This is where the water comes. Yeah. This is the water. Just to pour into yourselves. So you and somebody will be having a conversation about some stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. Here we have the 8 of Wands. Yep, this is karmic number. Making a quick decision. Some fast action going to be taken here. Some fast action is going to be taken here. Because you and somebody, y'all just started talking again. Y'all just got back in the saddle again. Y'all just started talking. And it was a reason. Source is like almost like perfect timing. Because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, clear your energetic space. Yeah, so you got some good news coming in. Here, this is a Page of Cups here. Yeah, you got some. See this pig with wings here? Somebody says something to you very emotionally immature that you wouldn't return back to. Or somebody may say something to you emotionally immature, but you would not return back to them. Here we have the Justice card right here, which connects us with the 7th house. This is marriage, relationship, partnerships, business, contract, inner desires, enemies. Maybe two energies were like hidden enemies, right? That may have disrupted your peace in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They could have said something about your emotional state as it related to something. What did they say about your it was real deep, like deep as the ocean. What because somebody has said something about your emotional state? What did they say? What could somebody have said about an emotional state that would have really cut deep? Because that's sword energy right there. Because Justice card, that would have almost made you feel. Because remember, Libra, like I said, rules 7th house. Maybe in a marriage, a relationship, a partnership, business contracts, inner desires that would have made you feel like they were enemies. Look what they would have said. That would have cut you deep. Two energies made some emotional Hierophant. So Hierophant speaks to your material possessions. Two energies may have said about something about your material possessions. Maybe they said something about maybe you didn't have something you should have had by now. They may have turned their nose up at something. They may have thought you should have had something by a certain, or maybe they thought you should have a house, or because I'm looking at the structure of something. Maybe two, and that could be some. Because remember, Justice card is Libra and it's air energy. So that's what you and somebody may have in common. You and somebody may have something in common where somebody says something about a house, like you and somebody should have a house. That's what it is. Basically, somebody is saying that you and somebody should have a house. But see, there's an ulterior motive in that. What else you want me to know? Yes, somebody was being shady. Yeah, somebody was being shady on purpose. Somebody was basically saying you and somebody, well, not, they wasn't saying about somebody else, but that's what you and somebody were, that's what somebody said. Somebody was fixated on you having some kind of material property. They were fixated on having property by any means necessary, by making shady comments, because they want some kind of property. Vain, vengeful, green with envy spirits. And they for them, physical property for them. They want something of material possession. That's important to them, right? Because they looking for somebody to save them. Almost like they saying that they're saving you from something. That's what this is. That's what somebody's looking for. That's what somebody could not see. So they using, emotionally immature comments to play on your play mind games. That's what somebody couldn't see. I feel like whoever it is you're talking to, Sagittarius, picked up on that. They didn't say anything to you, but they picked up on something like, But somebody didn't get away with something, because they doing something behind your back. But they're not going to get away with what they're trying to get away with. somebody is definitely trying to do something behind your back as far as property is concerned. Legally, two energies are trying to get away with something as far as property is concerned. But they're not going to get away with what they think they're going to get away with, because somebody is going to save you from something. Somebody's going to save you from some kind of shady stuff. Somebody's going to be on your team. Somebody's going to help you put together. They're going to talk to you about putting together a team. So that you don't get bullied. So it's 3 people. Okay, so it's 3 people on the team. It's actually 3 people on the team. I didn't know this video was going to be this long. This is what you and somebody have in common, Sagittarius. It's 3 people on the team. Okay. Okay, so 6. Okay. So 6 of Cups is somebody doing something behind closed doors, behind your back. They're teaming up to try to do something with property. So somebody must be a homeowner and they're trying to do something legally behind your back. So if somebody has property, if they have a house or whatever, do not sign power of attorney. Like, don't get some kind of legal assistance. I don't know who I'm talking to. I really don't know who I'm talking to, because something is going to shock people. Do not be foolish. Stop repeating shadow behavior. Turn the page, because there is what's hidden in this. There's a Scorpio in this. There's an Aries, and there's a Scorpio in this. There's somebody in this there's a mother in this that you talk to, who's already gone through stuff, who's already moved on from some stuff that people thought that they were a fool. And y'all have gone through something. So you remember, time is relative. So somebody may have already gone through something that you're going through, or they're about to go through it. So remember, time is relative, right? So and age does not equate to wisdom. So whether you're older, they're older, it doesn't really matter. That's why it's important when people are, sharing wisdom, right? Sharing wisdom. But what's important here is who's on your team. Who's on your team? Like, who's looking out for you and who's not trying to get anything from you. Who like genuinely loves you, who's genuinely looking out for you. They're not looking for a handout, a check, money, none of that stuff. People who genuinely just love you and want to see you thrive. That's real wealth. That's real wealth, right? Somebody's going to talk to you. They don't want anything from you. They don't want anything from you. But whoever's trying to get over on you is going to be hot as fish grease, popping in an iron skillet. They are going to be mad because your polarity sign is Gemini. Geminis love to learn. We're not talking about any Geminis, but we're not talking about any Geminis that you know. But the person that you're going to talk to is a person who has learned, because they have been sacrificed themselves, and they have learned from dealing with energy vampires who thought they got away with something, and they are very knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. and they are going to help you. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone. Let me slow down in this reading here. Somebody going to help you make a decision. Somebody really, really loves you, and they don't want anything they really don't want a dime from you. They don't want anything from you. But they're going to help you put some pieces together, because that's what this is. You're dealing with some vain, vengeful, and green with envy spirits, but somebody has a dark Scorpio in the midst that is obsessed with lying. They literally are obsessed with lying. I can't put it no other way. And I speak very highly of all zodiac signs, but I'm looking at the duality of all signs here. And there is, what I'm picking up on are siblings. That's the energy I'm picking up on, because I'm looking at so much water here. And I feel like somebody feels like they're obligated to be their sibling's keeper. That's what I'm picking up on. And I feel like there's a parent that is just almost oblivious. But once so the person coming to you telling you this has to be very creative, because and telling you how they bring it to you, because you're a fire sign, and because you're a mutable sign. Because if they bring it to you direct, then you may say something. Because I feel like you're moving. This right here lets me know you're moving. You're moving and someone else is moving. So on one hand, so you're moving. So that lets me know that somebody almost feels like their shade worked in getting you to move. Somebody's shade feels like they were shady enough to get you to move and got you to move fast, right? They feel like two energies got you to move fast. So they feel like they're oh, it worked. What we said actually worked. Right? But the scales from your eyes are going to be removed, because you got good news here. This is the Page of Cups. Somebody is going to tell you what they're up to. What they're really up to. To help you to stop repeating shadow behavior. So nothing is yet set in stone. So this is where your mutable Sagittarius energy is really going to work to your advantage. Because they're going to just merely make a suggestion that's going to get you to think about it, because you all are really smart signs who are pretty sociable, and you know a lot of people. So they may make a suggestion. Hey, have you ever thought about, maybe getting a power of attorney, hiring an attorney, talking to an attorney, a legal team of people, blah, 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 and see what they think about such and such, and maybe such and such. That one child of yours, they pretty creative. Ha, ha, ha. They pretty creative. They just be making up any old thing. That one. They just be saying any old thing. The bully one. They gonna bully the other one right out the property. So, so Swords is saying to you, you be watching a movie about something. So you be relaxing, just watching the movie. So somebody's going to think of a very creative way of getting a message through to you. So It could be a movie, through a movie that they watch. They may say, have you seen such and such movie? And that may kind of sort of get you to thinking about some stuff. But nothing is just set in stone. But yeah, expansiveness. So eternity is far more rigid than the constrained and exhausted ego. But yeah, some energies you gotta be creative. Because I feel like I'm talking about siblings here. But I feel like you got one sibling that's really a bully over the other one. And I feel like they would bully the other one right on out of some kind of property. And see what's yeah, because they have a pretty obsessive yeah, they have a so yeah, clean your space. Clean your space. Clean your space. Because I don't think that anyone is moving in, because I feel like you're moving, but I don't know that anyone is moving in necessarily with you. But I feel like, looking at your cards here, well, I mean, somebody could be moving in with you, but what I feel like more so than anything, because what's the cards under here? Because I know this is a pretty long reading here, but you're divinely protected for sure. And I'm seeing some kind of decision is made. I'm seeing, well, you got a partnership in business and possibly a partnership in love coming. And somebody may have new love coming across their path. But you have a leadership position possibly here. Somebody has a leadership position, job coming across your path. But you're divinely protected for sure. You moved on from, bad risk and those kind of things. But 5, 6. You're definitely winning. I feel like somebody has a whole new career that you're going to be fast-tracked in. A whole new career. Definitely in a leadership position. I feel like somebody can be teaching something, though. That's what I feel like somebody's teaching something. And I feel like the way you're teaching, this is the good news, too. But I feel like the way that you're teaching... the energy, okay, because this is the second part of your reading. I know this is a long reading for somebody, because I kind of stayed on these sibling things, because that was going to help somebody. That part is really going to help somebody, because I feel like it's an older person that you have. I feel like I'm talking to an older person who has one sibling that bullies another sibling. But somebody's going to try to bully somebody out of some property. That's one. Okay, so that was kind of went around Robin Hood's barn. But there's going to be somebody who's going to step in and creatively remind you of something. That's going to maybe kind of sort of suggest. Maybe you get some legal help. So can't no bullying happening. You know what I'm saying? But then on another front, I feel like somebody is going to be fast-tracked with something that they've been talking about they wanted to do, and maybe have like a teaching job. doing something, and in that class somebody who has a legal background, somehow law is involved in this too, that's going to help them with something from their past, where somebody tried to bully them. So in both cases, somebody's going to clear up some stuff with bullying energies. So you and somebody have backgrounds where you and somebody have been bullied. That's where you see this, have had encounters with bullies. All right, so this is a gift. Something is a gift, right? So plan where you want to be. Yep, public face. So investments, invest wisely. And so guardian angel. So it's like you all have been each other's guardian angel. And this is two platonic friends. This is platonic friends. Duality. Yep. So both of you all have seen the good and bad in each other, and it's just balance. Y'all balance each other out, but y'all are not. Y'all are whole and complete. But y'all, these are two platonic friends, but both of y'all are just winning in life. Y'all really kind of balance each other out, and both of y'all have gone through a transformation. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I know this is a really long reading for you all, but you and somebody really balance each other out, and these are two platonic friends. Y'all really balance each other out. This is really, really cool. When I look at your reading, it's really just amazing how Source puts people in each other's lives. Both of you all have encountered bullies in different ways. So here we go. You deserve the best. There you go. And Source is going to put attorneys in both of you all's lives in different phases of your lives to help clear out this bullying energies. So, hooray. That's what I have for you. So, sorry that the reading was so long, but hopefully that was helpful, Sagittarius. And there you go. So hopefully it was helpful. All right. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.